You just said getting lost in the music. The next clip is of Joy Division. Well, let's take a look first.
Dance to the radio. Dance to the radio. Dance to the radio. Dance to the radio. Oh, I would call out when the going gets tough. Things you've learned are no longer enough. Well, now we just sound, so we need to know. Synchronize love to the beat of the show. And we could dance. Dance to the radio. Dance to the radio. Dance to the radio. Dance to the radio.
I'm sorry to point out to the viewers that the lead singer is Ian Curtis, who committed suicide in 1980, and they went on under the name New Order, and were very influential in the whole music scene.
The extraordinary thing about that band, they were pretty extraordinary. I mean, God help them, I think they were formed in 77, 78. Punk happened like 76, 77, and the obvious sort of opening lines for punk would be the Sex Pistols and the Clash, which I was a big fan of. And it was punk that almost opened this door that said, you don't have to be like David Bowie and go to the University of Mars. You actually can get a guitar, learn 3 chords and express yourself. So there was this DIY philosophy from punk rock. Even though when you look back, the Sex Pistols were a manufactured band, they were managed and they were very stylized. But what happened post-punk, which is something that isn't talked about much, incredible music came out of Northern England and Dublin and Northern America, the suburban, and Manchester, which is where Joy Division were from, would have been quite similar, maybe not as repressed in the Catholic way, but unemployment. These were working class guys that were probably Bowie fans and got into punk and then made their own sound. I remember buying the album Unknown Pleasures in 1979. I used to get the boat over to Liverpool to buy albums because you couldn't get them in Ireland. And then I'd get the train to Manchester where I saw these and The Fall and some incredible innovative bands. But I saw Joy Division 3 times in 1979, and so quickly, just as they were beginning to become very popular, he killed himself. But more than anything, I went, this alienation thing again was beyond anger. It was like internal in the music, and it was mesmerizing, and I just wanted to go there.
Was it about in that time that you started considering doing something yourself? Because
I had started.
You had started.
I started a band in late 77, 78. We had only played about 3 or 4 gigs in Ireland, but I had started, yeah.
And when you saw this, you thought, okay, now I'm ready to bring it to another.
When I saw this, I went, because there was a lot of rage in my music. In the very early Virgin Prunes, I was a very angry man, and the incredible thing was, you didn't have to, the options when you felt isolated or different was to either get out of your face or get into heroin was very big in Ireland in the late 70s and the 80s. And there was these sort of roads you could go, but then you could form a band and express your anger or your upset or the way you feel about things. And that's a godsend when you're given that.
Yeah.
So bands like this just confirmed that this is the way to do it.
The third clip is, again, a very passionate man, Jacques Brel.
Yeah.
One of the farewell concerts he gave in Olympia in 1966.